Hey YouTube, I'm Felix, and in this video I'm going to show you everything that's good about my 1999 Lexus LS400 with 205,000 miles. I think if you're ever talking about a Lexus LS400, the first good thing about them obviously is the engine. So let's have a look. Here we go, and there it is. This is the very special 1UZ-FE engine, legendary V8 engine put in these cars. If you don't know what that 1UZ-FE is, you probably shouldn't be buying an LS400, to be honest, because it's such an important part of this car, and it's a reason really why they've held their value and why they're so cool. So yeah, the first good thing about this car has a full service history. So I know it had basically up until about 180,000 miles, it was full dealer service history, and only for the last sort of 20,000 miles or so has it been done by a friend of mine who I know very well, and I know he looks after his cars well. So yeah, that was the first great thing about the car, full service history. Carrying on with things that are good about the car, shut that, the headlights. So a lot of these headlights, I mean obviously this is a headlight from 1999, they tend to be pretty sort of faded and not very good. I think my friend has used a headlight restoration kit on these, so they're nice and clear. These are the Xenons, they look fantastic. Carrying on around the car for good stuff, little electrical things like the headlight washers, they work. You know, pretty much everything electrical on the car works just fine, which is great. This is a pretty big thing for me. The good thing about this car is that it has the factory tyres, or the original OEM tyres on it. They're the Bridgestone Turanzas, or at least in the UK they are. And you know, when you see a used car that someone has spent some money on, when they spend the extra money to buy the Bridgestone tyres, the real ones, the good ones, not sort of knock-off, no-name tyres, that's a good sign to me. That really shows that the previous owner actually, you know, gave a shit about the car and wanted to spend some money on looking after it. So that's great. Things like the power folding mirrors, they work fine. That's great as well. Carrying on around the back. Don't mind this. I'm just doing some bumper repainting here. It was a bit scratched up, so I'm fixing that today. Other good stuff, you know, tailgate, no rust on the tailgate, nice and clear windows, you know, no like nasty scratches or anything like that. Obviously there are some body issues with the car, but you know, that's sort of to be expected with a car with 205,000 miles. Another great thing about the car, all four wheels are in great shape. So yeah, this is a 200,000 mile wheel, and you know, no nasty. They've probably been refurbed at some point during their life, I imagine, but right now they're in great shape and they look fantastic. So what else is good on the outside? I think, yeah, I mean, functioning sunroof on the top, which doesn't leak. That's a big bonus for a car of this age. And yeah, the sunroof is absolutely fantastic. It's a big sunroof and it's great. Things like the electric door mirror glass, that works just fine, and it all moves and works as it should. Let's have a look in the interior. So here are some lovely good points about the interior. Leather overall is in fantastic condition, I'd say. So we've got carpets. I think we covered this in the previous bad bits video. The carpets are not great, but the leather in the back is fantastic. Get out of the way. I think the person who previously owned the car and did 180,000 of the 205,000 miles on the car basically only drove it from the, only used it in the driver's seat, because the rear seats have barely any use. They are fantastic. They're super comfortable. The leather is in lovely condition. No rips or tears anywhere. And back here we have the heated seats in the back, those little buttons there, and they do work absolutely fine. So yeah, absolutely lovely in the back here. Let's jump in the front. So good things about the front. Overall interior condition in the front, I'd say, is very good for a car of this age. Obviously I showed in the other video some leather cracking, but really the condition of the driver's seat for 205,000 miles, I'd say is excellent. All the electric controls work fine. This bolster here, which is the one that you sort of push when you get into the car with your leg as you sort of jump in, that bolster feels as good as the bolster on the left, I would say. Maybe a little bit worse, but you know, about the same. And that's really excellent for a car of this age. I'm constantly feeding this car with lots of leather restorer to try and bring the seat back. We've got a bit of a crack here in the driver's seat, but overall I'd say very good. If we jump in, oh, squeaky leather. In here, virtually everything electrical works just fine. I covered in the other video how some of the backlights here don't work on the display above the navigation, but the navigation system itself works fine. The aircon blows ice cold. Gearbox is absolutely lovely. CD changer in the top glove box. Oh, still damped after 20 years. Yeah, works absolutely fine and sounds great in my opinion. And you know, all the power windows work fine. All the sort of functions here on the steering wheel work fine. The cruise control works. You know, the lights are really good. The memory seats work here. All this stuff works. Even the electrically adjustable seat belt, you know, that works too. These cars were built like an absolute tank back in the day, and you know, they've stood the test of time. Electrically dimming rear mirror works fine, as do the electrically dimming side mirrors as well. So yeah, all this stuff is absolutely lovely. I'm super happy with the car. I'm going to be posting more videos all the time with all the different changes I make to the car, things like the exhaust which I change and various other bits of servicing I do. I'll be posting videos, so stay tuned and maybe subscribe if you're interested. Thanks, take care, bye.